It was just a matter of time. Ukraine seems ready to make a play for Crimea. And why wouldn't they? Russia took it 9 years ago from them in 2014, and of course, Ukraine wants it back. They want all of it back. Even Putin's little private vacation beach there. But they've never really had the means or the cojones to do it until now. That's because now they have Big Brother NATO, who showed up on the playground to beat up the bully that had been picking on them. In fact, you look at the numbers, follow the money. NATO has given over $80 billion in direct assistance to Ukraine over the past year, with you know who? The U.S. contributing $50 billion of the $80 billion. That's 63% of the total. Then it's a far cry because the UK is next at $8 billion and Germany at $6 billion. Think about it. US $50 billion, UK $8 billion, Germany $6 billion, and everyone else doesn't even really matter. Now, after a year of beating back Russia and weakening Putin's political capital, both internationally and domestically, now might be Ukraine's chance to make good on Zelensky's August 2022 statement that it was necessary and essential to liberate Crimea from Russian occupation and to reestablish, quote, world law and order. I'm pretty sure he's been having this on his mind the whole time. The international community has never recognized Russian annexation of Crimea, by the way. But it wasn't until earlier this week when Secretary of State Blinken expressed hesitation in supporting Ukraine move when he said, I still maintain that for this year, it would be very, very difficult to militarily eject the Russian forces from every inch of Ukraine and occupied or Russian-occupied Ukraine. It would be very difficult this year. Okay, so to paraphrase, let's just punt for this year, okay, guys? And then we'll take it to Russia a little bit later, all right? But we'll be there to help you. Now, on the heels of that, we have the Kremlin's foreign minister, Sergei Lavrov, that's the guy on the right, warning that the West's involvement in Ukraine is nearing the point of no return. And he went on to say all of Russia's red lines have already been crossed. He called Washington having a maniacal desire to revive the neo-colonial unipolar world order, including the expansion of NATO towards our borders. Well, personally, I have little compassion for Russia, but I can understand how they might be feeling a little unloved these days. Since 2008, NATO has repeatedly declared its intention to someday allow Ukraine into NATO and push Russia into its corner even further. Although I'm not sure it really matters if Ukraine has an official NATO club card or not. They certainly have been extended most all the benefits, including aid, arms, and intelligence, with NATO calling the shots, literally calling where the Ukrainian shots should go. In the meantime, Russia wants answers about the new shocking report from respected journalist Seymour Hersh. I've talked about this. He has detailed how the U.S. Navy blew up Nord Stream in collaboration with the Norwegians with blocks of C4. I've talked about it several times. But why isn't anyone else? Maybe because it's true. And that means war. Thanks for tuning in, Wolfpack. If you have something you see or hear and you want me to look at, let me know in the comments and I'll do my best. Until then, keep fighting the fight and keep on prepping.